What is up, everybody, and welcome back to episode number 3 of Road to Moreno. I've sort of changed the title of the series a little bit. Don't know if it makes sense, but hopefully it does. But anyway, kicking it off here, this episode is actually going to be solely trading. So it's actually a two or three part episode. Hopefully the next one will be out later tonight. This one should be out at about 3-4 o'clock ish. And I'm kicking it off here. So what I do, guys, you can sort of see on the screen what I do is basically, you probably already know this, but what you want to do is search silver players and put the maximum price 500. And what you want to do is filter it out the formation. So put 4-4-2 or all the popular formations like 4-3-3, 4-1-2-1-2. So anything with a 4-back formation, or you could just leave it blank and just get a wider range. But it's kind of more specific if you search out the exact formation or position you want to be trading in. So there's some of the players I got. I spent all my, I think it was just 12,000 coins I had at the start. I could be wrong. I spent all of that on players to see what I would get, and you can sort of see the players I'm getting. And what I'm basically doing is I'm just looking at players in the market when I search through, which I think will sell for more than what I'm buying them for. So what I want is people with good pace, people from good nationalities in good leagues, or just generally good players. When you're doing it, I'd recommend just to stick to shiny players because they do sell better. But certain players, that aren't shiny, that are from certain leagues that do sell. Like for instance, I've got a few players like that, like Ilunga of West Ham, who's a left back. He's not a shiny, but I can always sell him for more. And Guerrero as well from Villarreal B. He always sells for more. So there's a few players you'll sort of spot that aren't shinies that do sell for more. But the other ones I would recommend just sticking to shinies what are in. Make sure they're in the right position for the formation. So say if they're right mid, make sure they're in a 4-4-2, not like a 4-3-3. So when people are searching that get your player exactly. And what I would say is when you're listing them, don't be like too greedy on the prices. Just if you can double your money on the players, you're making good money. As long as you're making a profit, that is the key thing. And yeah, another sort of players that I would recommend is Swansea players. They've got quite a few non-shinies what do sell quite well, especially Joe Allen, the central midfielder. Here I can get him 1,000 coins for him like every single time. So I can normally pick him up for a couple of hundred, sell him for 1,000, and yeah, really recommend it. And when you're listing them, they're not all going to sell every hour, but they will sell, especially if you list them overnight, say when you go to bed, they'll definitely sell. But there's the Rangers centre back, English centre back for 72p. I actually picked them up for 1,000 coins, which is and I sold them for 3,000 coins, which you'll see later in the episode, which is absolute great peach of a profit. I really recommend if you want to trade a few players, him especially. He's a good centre half to trade. He's not in the best league, the SPL, but he's obviously English. Got really high pace and he does sell really well. And when you sort of list them as well, sort of put the minimum price say like 700, then put the maximum say like 1,000, like I did there, like 750,000. So there's a bit of a gap between the if you just list it 950, 1,000. Then sometimes don't sell as well, I've noticed, which is kind of weird. I don't know why, but yeah, so yeah. And there's me getting a Brazilian centre back. I've got a few players this episode. It's quite a long episode. I'm not sure if it's going to be like as sort of enjoyable. I'm not entirely sure, but I've sort of sped the clips up a little bit. There's a guy, this player, he actually sold quite well. He sold it for 1,000, and when I was looking at him, he looked like a really good player. 88 pace, Belgium in the Spanish league, Osasuna. Sounds like a really good player. But yeah, there's a Jack Collison as well who sells less than what I really wanted him to sell for. He only sell for 1,500, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm not sure if I should tell you what they sell for now, but I'll filter them in a bit. I think I've got the next clip how much to sell for and stuff. But yeah, so pretty much what I'm doing is I want to build. I want to get some informed players. There's a couple of informed players I'm after in the division, and they're quite expensive. And I want to get Danilino as well. Obviously not the informed because that would cost quite a bit. And so that's what I'm pretty much doing, just trading it up, trying to get a few coins in before I play a few more matches. But so yeah, this will be like a 2 or 3 part episode. The second part will be out tonight. I think I've already said that. And here's me listing my Peruvian, is that a word? Paraguayan central midfielder who actually does look like quite a good player. I'm thinking about the next series of this. I might do it with L.F.C. I'm not entirely sure if that's a good idea or a bad idea. Leave your comments in the description. And there's me. It was kind of weird when I was doing it. EA was kind of like glitching out on me, and it was putting play. It wouldn't let me list players, which is kind of weird. So there's the Ilunga. They're sold straight away, which was just incredible. Sold for 850 coins, like literally within seconds of listing it, which is kind of crazy. I could have got possibly 1,000 for him, but I didn't want to be greedy. And yeah, I'd really recommend Ilunga if you trade him, because in the championship there's not many like decent left backs. There's only I think it's the kid from Crystal Palace is he Norwegian, and Lunga, really. There might be one other that's decent from Birmingham, but there we go. There's my Swansea player selling for 1,000 coins, my German striker selling for 1,000 coins, which I was more than happy with. So you can see there in the top right, I've got 21k, which is a good figure to keep building on. There's my Collison, only sold for 1,500, which was a little bit disappointing. I thought he could have easily got 2,000, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And there's my Peruvian, I keep saying that word, Paraguayan central midfielder for Palma, selling for 1,500, which was really good profit. And I think on the silver players you can make really good profit, because on gold players they're quite flooded in the market, because obviously there's more gold packs open than silver, so you get more gold packs. There's my Rob Green selling for what I bought him for earlier, which was kind of a bit of a balls up. What's the word I'm looking for? I forgot the word I'm looking for. Pretty much a bad transfer, that's what I'm trying to say. There's my Barkley selling for 3,000 coins, which is excellent. Now there's my Ghanaian winger from French League, which is slightly disappointing. Not all of the players have sold first time around, but I'll relist them. They do all sell, but what I do recommend is when you if they don't sell the first time and you've listed them for like say 700 or 1,000 coins, just stick them up 450, 500 by now, and they will sell pretty much straight away. There's some of them. I was probably being a little bit greedy on a couple of them, but they do sell eventually at the end of this episode. And after that, I go out and I want to get some more players. I want to get some more coins, keep building, keep getting more coins. Got my eye on a certain Argentinian central. I think it's actually a centre forward, central attacking midfielder, but I get him as a centre mid. But you will see that next episode. And yeah, there's me getting Hazabi. I think I pronounced that right. There's me go out. I spend quite a lot of coins, over 20,000, and I get pick up 60 players, which is quite a lot. I think I've traded over about 200 silver players in this like 2 or 3 part series, which is series episodes, which is kind of crazy. But it's hard kind of, editing it all and putting them all in, because there's quite a lot of players, and I'll just put it on normal speed. It would kind of take ages. So here's me listing a few of the players. I've got a Argentinian attacking midfielder from Boca Juniors, I think that is. I'll list it up him. There's another Nigerian striker from Lazio, who I think could be quite a good money maker in this series. I'm picking him up quite cheap, and he's in a good league, good position of good pace. There's my Ghanaian midfielder who I got last time, who didn't sell as much as I wanted. And this guy here, this actually sells for 800, which was a little bit not surprised, but I thought I might struggle to sell him, even though he has got good pace. But I find the higher rated the silver, so like say a 74, does sell better than like a 65, obviously because they're like slightly better players, which is kind of weird. But Korean players are also quite a good one to make money on. They're quite a funny one to keep track of, because you kind of lose like who was who, but they do actually make quite good money. And Mexican players as well, as long as you're not greedy, you can make good profit. And other leagues such as like the Pro League, like as you see there, they're quite a strange one for making money. I wouldn't really advise going, trading in them leagues. A bit like the Austrian league there, they're kind of strange leagues. But if the players are in good positions and formations with really good stats, pick them up. Long as they're cheap. If you pick up silvers for 200 to 250, you can discard them for just over that, depending on what rating they are. So that's why I would recommend silver players. I hope this episode hasn't dragged on too much. It seems like it's been quite a while, but losing my voice a little bit towards the end. And there's I've got quite a lot of players here, and I think in the next episode you'll see how much I get with these players. I keep reinvesting them. MLS players, I think you saw one there. They're actually another good market to trade in. It's quite especially for silver players, it's quite a unique market. There's quite a lot of good Mexican MLS or American silver players. And there's Piquion, who does sell straight away, I believe, for good profit. And championship players as well. I love the championship and the premiership as well for silver players. You can pick up some bargains, especially make a profit. And here's me just listing a few more players. This guy here, I pick him up about 4 or 5 times within this couple of episodes, and he doesn't really sell for much because he's in a poor division in a weird nationality. Not weird Portuguese, but you know what I mean. It's not like the most popular for making teams, I suppose. And so guys, this has sort of been episode number 3 of Road to Glory, and episode 1 of the either a 2-part, 3-part series. I haven't entirely decided yet. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you can leave a like, it'd be fantastic. Got any questions about trading silver players, leave a comment. I will get back to you. Hopefully I've made it clear. I might put some stuff in the description to make it a little bit clearer and stuff. And there's some of the players that didn't sell first time round. So what I do is I just list them for 450, 500, and they do sell eventually, which is not the greatest profit, but I'll be making say 200 to 150 coins, which is not a lot. But if you turn in a few of them over in your you can afford to have a few like that in your 30-man trade pile. It just, was one of them things. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this, like it, subscribe for more, and yeah, peace.